Hey, what's up, guys? So today I come across a really amazing formula, and that is the formula regarding the Sabbath, the Sabbaticals, and the Jubilees. So, why? What's the whole point? They all apparently are based off 7. Okay, Sabbaticals every 7 years, the Sabbath is 7 days, and then we count every 49 years, and the year after is a sabbatical. So the 50th year, but it's in cycles of 49. So why? What's the whole reason? And what's the whole reason for the week? Well, of course, in the Essene calendar, everything's based off the week. All seasons begin on a Wednesday. So it all makes sense. If you know the day of the month, you know the week. And the Torah is really obsessed with the day of the month. Doesn't tell you the day of the week, which makes sense if you're using the Essene calendar, because if you know the day of the month, you know the day of the week. As if that's not enough proof that the Torah calendar is solar. People still want to use the lunar calendar. I actually have irrefutable proof that the Essene calendar is the calendar of the Torah. Okay, so, and this is called intercalation. So every calendar strives to intercalate. And what that means is adding either a leap year, like every 4 years is a leap year in the Gregorian calendar, or basically leap years, a system of leap years to catch up to the actual solar year. So there's a physical solar year that happens, and then there's our man-made systems that try to keep up with nature. So normally when you are described a solar year, you're given a decimal point. And that's really complicated, and people don't learn well that way, and they don't really understand what's happening in the universe. But I'm going to explain it easily so you could understand the Essene calendar and you could understand the Torah. All right, so in Judaism, there's this thing called blessing the sun, and it's about the solar cycle. There's a 28-year solar cycle. And basically, it works like this. The sun has a cycle of 365 days 1 year. Okay, there's 365 days in 1 year. And that's common knowledge. But what they don't tell you is every 4 years, there's 366 days. So the blessing of the sun's every 28 years. Why is that? Because this goes on for 28 years. So 4 times 7. So there's 7 sets of 4. That's 28. So it'll go 365, 365, 365, year 4, 366. It'll repeat itself 7 times. That's what you call the solar cycle of 28 years. In this cycle, there is 10,277 days. What they don't tell you, and what a lot of people don't know, is there's a 5-year cycle following right after this 28-year cycle. And it goes 365, 365, 365, 365, 366. So you have a 33-year cycle. In 33 years, we have 12,053 days. So this is the actual number of days that we have in a real physical year, not the man-made years. This is the actual year. In a 33 years, there's 12,053 days. So the question is, when you start using the Essene calendar, you realize you have to intercalate, because the Essene calendar is 364 days. And did you know the best way to do that is to add a week every 7 years, every 49 years, and every 70 years? In the 33-year solar cycle, in 70 years, there are 25,567 days. But when you intercalate every sabbatical year, following the Bible, every sabbatical year, every Jubilee, and every 70 years, you get 25,564 days. Okay, just 3 days shy. Now, oddly enough, some people believe in using the same calendar in such a way that you intercalate every 28 years. That means every sabbatical you had a week, and then every 28 years you had 2 weeks. And it equals 10,227 days. And if you multiply that by the 33 year, if you multiply that by 33, the solar cycle, you'll find that it's in 924 years, it's only a week off. And this 28-year intercalation method is exactly the same as intercalating every 49 years and every 70 years. So what we learn from this is that using the biblical system, you will be a week over. A week needs to be removed every 924 years, which incidentally, in the Gregorian calendar that the world uses, a week is, it becomes a week off every 924 years. So, and this is because of the 28-year solar cycle. Yeah, so it's just funny that it follows that cycle.